The Rudraksha Mala, the sacred bead to the yogis, to the seekers on the spiritual path of enlightenment, to meditators, and really a cultural piece through so many traditions for so long. It's said that 2/3 of the world's population use prayer beads or a rosary. Nowadays we don't see so many people wearing them, but people certainly keep them on their altar. You might remember, depending on your age, grandparents keeping one on their bedside and using it daily, and just moving the beads through their fingers, normally repeating the name of God or a personal mantra that unites. The idea is that our mind comes to that principle of divinity and merges with that, so that we have our communion, our connection, our recalibration with the divine every day when we use the beads. It's a beautiful symbol. There are certain seeds that really have a potent vibration. They come from mystical trees and places that have a great meaning that has lasted through time. Rudraksha is one of those. It comes from Nepal in the Himalayas, and a particular region only, where it's harvested mainly by families that have done it through generations, and they take it as their divine honor and sacred duty to harvest these seeds, to then clean them and prepare them. This is a 108 bead mala with a 5 mukhi Rudraksha in it. That's the typical faces, 5 faces, and a typical amount of beads for a yoga mala, Rudraksha Mala. There's a lot of different traditions that have come to use different beads depending on the location, where they can get them from. Of course, now it's easier to get things from anywhere in the world, but there was a time, of course, where it wasn't, and it was even more sacred to have the original one from the original place and harder to get. It was a big blessing. It still is a blessing, and still not that easy to get authentic, true, good quality Rudraksha. There's a lot of fake Rudraksha beads, unfortunately, but it also means that when we're blessed and lucky enough, we do come across the right one. I used to see very similar beads to this, not the real Rudraksha we have in Australia, Kwandong. It's a bit bigger, it's about that big, and I used to see it floating in creeks and covering fields sometimes, and it just was so surreal. I used to wonder, what is this? And it wasn't until I was in India and I learnt about how holy this is and that holy men wear it, the Rudraksha seed, it looks so similar. I thought, I wonder if that was a sign from the divine, which it probably was. So I immediately adopted wearing a Rudraksha Mala my first trip to India, and really haven't ever taken it off since. I wear some sort of pendant Rudraksha bracelet or Rudraksha inner mala every single day, and for the past 20 years it's a wonderful feeling, this energy. And I notice on people, I have a great mission, I would say, to encourage everyone to wear Rudraksha, because when you do, no matter what your habits are, if you have a sincere wish to change your life and to live a better life, the energy of this seed helps you to withdraw your senses daily, to meditate, to withdraw from the external world. It's a natural feeling that I want to. This is such a beautiful energy to help you withdraw, so it develops you on the spiritual path. It's essential to make that time for yourself daily. You know how hard it is, and to keep the commitment, how easily you get off track. So the Rudraksha seed is that which helps us, draws us, the energy of it just draws us back to ourselves. No, I want to meditate, I need it for me. No, I don't feel good in that place, I don't want to go there. We start to think a little bit differently, and things fall away from us that are not for our high good. We don't have to fight against them, because it creates a positive spiritual vibration around us that we feel good. Go, no, I don't want to do that. I don't feel good really afterwards when I go to those places, or I'm in that company, or I do those things. And so it's a natural process. Bringing them back from India for years and years, all sorts of different qualities, till I finally sourced these beautiful ones. I would give them to students. They would get them for their meditation and come and tell me, I can't wear it all the time at work. People think it's a religious symbol, or some people think it's funny. And so I started to make them with crystals. One, because they look beautiful, but also because it looks more like jewelry, so that people can wear the Rudraksha seed all the time. A lot of people say, oh, it's not very spiritual to wear, a Rudraksha Mala or crystal Mala as jewelry. To be honest, I don't know what they're talking about. I think as long as you're wearing Rudraksha and something with a beautiful energy, you're fortunate. And why not? The crystals that I use to combine with the Rudraksha seed are really high grade. It's taken a long time to get to that point and have AAA grade crystals, but they have a different vibration. And then energetically they're combined. I'll talk in time about some of the different ones, and all the different ones I hope to go through and explain why they're in that combination, what kind of energy that brings in. Crystals are living energies like the Rudraksha, and it affects our vibration. Rudraksha's spirituality, consciousness, pure consciousness. Crystals are energy, emotion. That's the Shakti energy, the feminine aspect, and what energy we give off and what energy we allow in. So emotionally, how we're interacting with the world, the crystals have an impact. And they're also really traditionally used by people that are in high positions of power, who are dealing with a lot of other people and need protection and need energy and need to be alert in different ways and have strength in different qualities. So it's quite exciting and quite amazing how they work, and all these gifts that we're given in nature. And these are part of that we can have on all the time. I know when people start wearing them, they can't imagine life without them. You should use it, RUDRAKSHA Mala, every day for meditation, set number of rounds, and it's a blessing.